We have 8 hours to talk.
Right. Well, welcome everybody to our interview and to inform you about your website security questions. We look forward to your comments and your questions below the video, both live and if you're watching the recording. And today I have with me the owner and creator of Azgad Security, and Dariush, and he is kindly allowing me to interview him on website security. I have a lot of great questions that people have asked, and I want to introduce Dariush Ashtari as a Linux administrator, PHP programmer, and web developer. He is also the developer of an international multimedia business directory called purplebiz.me, and also of Azgad Security. And he is a longtime friend of mine on Skype. He's been incredibly helpful with me, and I've had a lot of fun helping him. And we're looking forward to getting you more information on how you can have your websites more secure and protect the visitors that you get and the clients that you get that use your websites. Are we ready, Dariush?
Yeah, hi.
Okay. So do you want to keep your video off or on? It's up to you.
Okay. For now, let's keep it off.
Okay, great.
I will turn it on.
All right, fantastic. So we'll just dive right in. The first question that we have is, Dariush, you are offering Azgad website security. How did you come to offer this very needed service?
There's a website for elementary children here where classmates are connected to each other, and it is supervised by the teacher of that class. If children need any help with their lessons, they can ask and others will help or talk about different things, and all is supervised by the teacher. This website is actually teaches the children and prepares them to how to behave on the internet and social networks. Once this site was hacked and the hacker had used inappropriate language, a language that we would never want or allow our children to hear or see. And my 7-year-old kid used that site as did her other classmates. One day she asked me, "Daddy, what does, I don't want to mention that word, this word mean?" I said, "What? Where did you see that?" She said, "When I opened my site, it showed up." I looked at the page and saw the site had been hacked and it was a message from a hacker. I thought, why doesn't anyone do anything to prevent a 7-year-old kid from seeing such things? I was thinking about it, and all of a sudden I said to myself, why shouldn't I be the one to do something about it? So I started.
Great, fantastic. Yeah, that's a pretty dramatic example because that's what can happen, and the innocent hearts and minds of the children that could be exposed to a very harsh world if their website gets hacked. So I can really appreciate that's a very dramatic story of how you don't want to have that happen to your website, and how you can, it is possible to prevent that from ever happening. Well, the next thing I would like to ask you, Dariush, is how long have you worked on it before making this Azgad security service public?
It took me about 4 years in total to write the codes and test it. I had so many challenges. The most important things were the website scanning speed and performance. It must be done very fast and having minimum effect on the performance of the server. Otherwise, it would impact on the SEO of the site. Another was the behavioral pattern of new threats, how to identify them, again, speed and performance for the SEO.
Okay, great. And well, that's good. That sounds like you've definitely done the homework and the footwork and the necessary. Have you tested this service before?
Yeah, before making it public, I tested it on about 120 websites for about more than 15 months. Custom PHP code sites, WordPress sites. Everyone knows what is WordPress. Magento and PrestaShop-based websites. These are the platforms that are used for e-commerce and online stores. Also tested on some Joomla-based websites, some BB forum, so many websites. I was testing it on so many websites to make sure it supports any kind of
Platform, right.
platforms.
Right. Great. When I see my site has been hacked, I've heard that I can replace the index file and the problem is solved. Or that's what somebody told me. I'm not sure I believe it. So why do I need your service, or why would someone need your service if they think they can just fix it themselves that way?
When the website is hacked and the home page is so-called defaced, they change the index file. You can change the index file, upload yours, and your site goes back live again. But the code that has changed your index file is still there, and it must be removed. Otherwise, in a few seconds, he can run that script and change your index again, and again your site is deformed. Whenever he wants, he can run that script and deface your page. That code must be removed. Sometimes this code, most of the times, hackers hide these codes somewhere among your other codes of your site. These must be found, cannot be found them, you cannot find them easily. These codes must be found and removed from the scripts. That's why you need my service, because I monitor it regularly, and anything happens before they have a time to deface it, I will try to find and remove it.
That sounds like a very good idea. So let's say I use your service. Is it possible that my website could still get hacked?
Yeah, there are many ways that a website is hacked. Maybe your server can be hacked. If the server is hacked, even if you have the most secure code, the server has been hacked, and through the access of the server, they can access to your site and insert their codes. There is another form of hack which is called DNS hack. In such case, if such a thing happens, actually your website has not been affected. The DNS has been hacked, and from the DNS, the visitor is redirected to another website. In the past 10 years, only a few times DNS has been hacked. Most of the times the websites are hacked.
And that's in your experience.
Yeah.
Are we ready for the next question?
Yeah.
I think it's important that people have a basic awareness of all of these vulnerabilities, you know, that it could be the problem isn't on your website, it could be the server, or it could be the DNS, the domain name server.
It can be the script, it can be the server, it can be the DNS. There are so many things.
Great. Well, I have heard of something called the DNS hack, and I guess you just told us about that. Is there anything more that you wanted to share about that?
DNS stands for Domain Name Servers. When you type an address of, for example, www.cuonskype.com, the address that you enter, it goes to the DNS server. In the DNS server, it matches which IP address has been assigned to this name. It takes the address, and then through the IP address, your browser is redirected to your website and takes the pages and loads them. Now, if the DNS is hacked, this IP address is changed. In that case, the visitor does not go to your website. He's redirected to another IP address, which pretends to be your website.
Right. You know, if the hackers do not want us to know our sites are hacked, so they can steal all the information and take control of our sites, can you tell us what are the kinds of vulnerabilities that our sites face online, or have we covered that?
There are so many vulnerabilities. If I want to categorize them, I can categorize them in two main groups: your website vulnerabilities and your own computer vulnerability. Bad coding, bugs of the codes, bugs of the server, not updating and not installing security patches on the server, not updating the codes, makes your website vulnerable. For example, if you use WordPress as a CMS of your website, from time to time, WordPress team and other developers and testers find some security issues, find some bugs that open your site to the hackers. They write bug fixes, they create new updates, and publish them. And you will see in the admin panel of WordPress that from time to time there is a new version of WordPress updated. It provides, it fixes these, updates these functions, updates these functionalities, fixes these security issues. You must install all of these things, but sometimes you cannot update your WordPress or your other CMS, because it has happened that sometimes clients ask the developer that I need my website to be prepared based on this specific CMS and with these functionalities. Sometimes these functionalities do not exist, and the developer must add his own code into the core of the CMS. In such a case, if you update it, these functionalities are gone.
Right.
Sometimes after an update, your site cannot load up. Maybe it has happened.
Right.
I've seen such cases.
Right.
In that case, you cannot update your website. You cannot keep it updated, and your site is
safe.
Open to the hacker.
Right.
It is not safe. There are so many plugins. All these plugins have their own issues from time to time. Some plugins have some updates. These plugins must be updated if they are not customized internally for your own website.
For your own
Otherwise,
purposes.
if you update them, those functionalities are gone. And these things, these issues can make your site vulnerable. Another important issue is the password. There are so many people that use simple passwords. If you know some people, you can easily guess this person uses this kind of passwords. You can guess them and break and go into their website with their own password. People must always use hard passwords, combination of lowercase, uppercase, numbers, symbol characters, more than 16-character passwords. And never use one password for more than one account. Each account must have different passwords. Another vulnerability is your own computer. You must have a good antivirus and firewall on your computer and keep them updated regularly. But most of the people do not use them. Some say antiviruses will slow down the performance, firewalls ask so many questions, this program wants to access to the internet, allow, deny, I don't want to do this. They uninstall them. This makes the system vulnerable. When you have an office, you control everything. You try to know who is coming in, who is going out. If there is a stranger, at the end of the day, when you want to go, you close the doors, turn the lights off, do so many security precautions. Websites are the same. On the virtual world, they are your online identity. It's your online business and your credibility. You must take care of it.
Right. Well, we do have a question from the audience, a pretty good one. I'm torn. You know, she's right on time with this next question, so I'm going to ask you all of these questions at once so that you can just cover it. There are many WordPress security plugins and they aren't, well, aren't they secure enough or tell us why they aren't secure enough for websites, and also don't our hosting services keep us safe? And let me add, Fran asks, what would be the danger between open WordPress comments on WordPress that is hosted on your website to the website? If that's not a clear enough question, we can you can ask her what she means, and she can write it down while you reply to my first question.
I didn't get it correctly, I think.
I think she's talking about when you allow comments. I've had a lot of people talk about that lately. You know, and I want to also comment myself that that has happened to me more than once, where you're updating your WordPress script, and you're updating your plugins and the theme, and all of a sudden it doesn't work. So you have to like back up and turn things on one at a time and find out what the problem is. But once you find out what the problem plugin, then what? You know, so a lot of, and you know, I've had security holes happen because of security plugins. Even so yeah, there's a lot about WordPress that we could cover. Again, Fran, if you're listening, if you could maybe clarify, maybe you have two questions. Are you asking about the dangers of allowing people to comment? I know you can approve commenting, but some people just turn off comments altogether. In fact, I think it was you, Carolyn, that mentioned the other day that if people want to leave comments, they can do that with one of their social medias like Twitter or Facebook or lots of other options, Google+.
That's a very good question, and it's related to the WordPress security plugins too. There are good security plugins for WordPress, but most of these security plugins only monitor change in the files. They don't say what happens to your file. They just send you an email that there is a file size change we have detected. Check it. You are on your own. You must check what happens. Anything has inserted not inserted, update, or what. These are good for so-called SQL injections, which SQL injections are codes that are inserted by the hackers in the comments in any kind of the fields that you enter any input to the web page that goes to the SQL server. Through these codes, they can hack your website. These plugins can filter these codes, not remove them most of the times, but changing them in a way that if you click on it, it's not working.
Right.
Just disabling the comment does not solve your problem, because in the way that your web pages are displayed, maybe the comment is not displayed. But if you know how the WordPress is working, you can call one specific address and have access to the comment page and post your code. My recommendation is that if you don't want to use comment on your website, ask your developer to delete that part from your scripts. If you need to use comments for your website, always keep it moderated and use
social
and use these kind of security tools to filter the inputs if they contain any kind of a script. At least they don't remove them most of the times, but at least they disable them. All these security tools can prevent the threats of known issues, of known threats, known viruses, known kinds of attacks. But all the time, hackers change the way that they attack to a website. They know WordPress, they know all the security plugins.
Right.
Anyone can install WordPress, install the security plugin, download the files, see the codes, and say, okay, these are the vulnerabilities of this plugin. We can attack it through this.
Right. Well, we are actually at the top of the hour, and we have several other questions to get through. Yes, we have plenty to get through. Can I go ahead and ask a question of Carolyn's special guest?
Yeah, sure.
All right. She says her special guest wants to know, can you explain a DOS attack, or is that what we've been talking about?
It's a DOS, denial of service attack. In such cases, hackers start multiple callings of one specific address to your website. So your server gets busy on replying to those requests, and it actually overloads the server that cannot respond to other requests. This is called denial of service. It makes the service overloaded so that the server does not have enough time to respond to other real requests.
Right. Okay. Is there, you can ask your special guest if that answered that question for them, Carolyn. If for those that want to stay, we have a few other questions that we want to ask. Great, thank you. We've got about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 more questions. So I think it's important that we just go ahead and continue. If we want to split this into 2 parts later, we can. But for those that are fascinated with the knowledge, feel free to stick around. We can also timestamp the YouTube videos so that certain sections of this can be short videos and people can just click under the description of the video or in a comment. So I think, Dariush, do you want to just continue?
Yeah.
I think we should. Okay. All right. Well, here's the next question. I thought it was interesting when you told me that there's a membership back office for your Azgad security clients so they can track their own sites and generate a report of our site status or their site status. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Sure. Each member of the service, I will provide them access to one specific page. In that page, they will have a report of the last 30 scans of his website. How was that? Was it okay? It's not. If at what time, on which date the scan was performed, what was the result? If there was anything, he will see it. And the next time that it was cleaned, it is cleaned, he will see it. Also, we will, if you go to the azgadsecurity.com website, you can share your link here, Julie. In the footer of the page, you can see a badge. I will add this badge in the footer of the page of the website that is monitored, and it shows that what is the last time the site has been scanned and what was the status. If it is green, it is okay, no problem. If it is not green, it is red, it means something has been detected, and it will be checked and fixed as soon as possible.
Fantastic. Well, our live viewing audience that is commenting is saying, keep going, this is great stuff. Fabulous refresher, fabulous. So I just wanted to share that with you. So, yep, you answered Fran's question. That's great. Thank you so much for participating, Fran, engaging in the conversation. And yeah, I love that part of your service, that they can monitor your monitoring of their site and see how it's doing. I think that's fantastic. So let's talk about the benefit of your ongoing service and why one-time virus cleanup, because there are those services out there, those one-time virus cleanup and scans, and why those aren't really adequate, why those aren't enough. And can you also tell us how to compare your service with sites that offer an antivirus scan of my site for free?
Those who make scanning for free, they just scan your website. They don't clean it. They just scan your website, not immediately. It goes to their own queue. Maybe it takes 2, 3, 4, 5 days that your turn comes and they scan your website. And if something happens, they just say, threat detected at this address. That's all. You have to clean it. Sometimes people find out that the website has been hacked or is distributing malware if they have added the website in the Google Webmaster Tools, and they will see it there. This happens. Webmaster Tools shows this message about sometimes 1 week later.
Oh my.
I will detect them depending on the membership plan within 8 hours and fix it. My scanning is done automatically every 8 hours or every 6 hours or every 4 hours.
Wow, so it could be great. That's good. Every 4 hours would be the best.
Every 4 hours, our premium websites are scanned. Anything happens, we will be notified and check the vulnerability, check what is happening. If it can be fixed automatically it will be done.
Hmm.
Otherwise, we will check it manually. What is the problem? Is it part of the update? Maybe there is an update. Your script uh, tells your tells the visitor that this option has been upgraded. You must click this plugin. You must install this plugin. This is okay, but sometimes it is a virus. Maybe it is an adware. Do you know what is the adware?
Adware, right? Where somebody is monitoring what ads they should be served to you, right?
They make money with your website without your knowledge. I prevent them. I clean the adwares too.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, I never thought of that. I know that we have software in our anti-malware packages that do that for our computers, but I never thought of that for the websites. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
All the retargeting marketing.
yes. Yesterday, one of my friends showed me her website. A malware, an adware was installed on has been inserted on the web page of her site. When you open her website, advertisement of someone else is displayed. They are
Right.
making money with your website.
Seems like it'd be good to develop something that sends a message to that network or that business that says, "I see you've been profiting. If you've been making enough, please contact me to pay for this, to make an arrangement. Let's partner."
There are so many kind of hacks. Most of the times you don't know your site has been hacked.
Yeah.
There are so many websites that they say that this amount of money we will put this number of backlinks to your website. Actually, these websites hack your page, insert a code that creates a backlink to someone else's website. It is not a threat. It is just a backlink to someone else's website. But without your permission, we will clean all these things.
Oh boy. Fran says it can take hours for ours to run, so once a day can be an all-night affair. She says worth his program right there. A scanner, yeah, so that right there is worth your program. A scanner wants money from you to clean, and even if a pro, it can and probably does miss a ton of them, also known as temporary files versus actual threats. We have some knowledgeable people in the audience.
Yeah,
So,
they hide their codes anywhere.
right. Okay, well, I wanted to ask you also that. Oh yes. So give us some stats. Give us some information. I know you have clients that you are monitoring, servicing right now. Where were their attacks? How many attacks did your service detect last month, for example?
Last month we detected about 78 cases,
Wow.
which was twice than the previous month. And
My goodness.
40% of them are hacked twice per week.
My goodness. That's amazing. It's basic business to keep your website secure because it's other people's business to hack and add malware.
They take your information, you make money with your website even without your knowledge, without your permission. They create backdoor to your website, on your website, to hack another website, hack your own computer and steal your information, take your business information.
I'm going to ask you these last two questions, and I'm going to have a bonus question because I'm not sure we covered it from our description. But I'm going to ask the last two questions out of order, if it's okay with you. I'd like to know, how long does it take to get my site scanned, cleaned, and started on your regular security monitoring services once we get started?
Usually it depends on the number of signups on each day. Maybe 1 or 2 working days to set up your account and analyze your website for the first time, and after that it will be added to our list, and based on the membership plan that you select, it will be scanned on maybe 8 hours, and maybe any 8 hours or 6 hours or 4 hours.
Okay, that's pretty fast. That's great. And that's great information. I really appreciate you doing this interview. Can you tell us what is the sign up and registration process? And then we'll end with my bonus question.
Just go to the order page of the website, select your plan, and follow the button.
Right here. skypechat.net/asgad.site.security. A lot of dots in there at the end. So skypechat.net/asgad.site.security, and just click the registration and fill out the form, right?
Right.
Okay, great. The last thing I wanted to ask is, on our description, let me get that visible to myself again. It says, it is not easy to get new clients, but it can be easy to steal your data.
Yeah.
So can we talk about the risk to our precious clients? And it isn't easy to get new clients for most businesses. They're precious to us. What is the danger of losing our clients to inappropriate security, inadequate security?
Well, when people say that they go to this website, added their information, and now it is distributed everywhere, or they provide you some information, some private information about their own business, in order that you help them for example, your business on doing their Skype works. If their Skype ID is hacked, you will lose your credit. You are not, you did not take the security precautions about your security and made your client's information available to the hackers.
Right, that's true. We should make sure that, thank goodness you're taking care of my website at c1skype.com. Let's just say that. And also, you know, I said, did you know you could lose SEO ranking and visitors if your site is not kept secure regularly? You could actually lose visitors and traffic.
Yeah, the most important part of the SEO is that when people search for a keyword, your name to be displayed on the higher pages, on the first pages of the search results. If they detect any malware or virus or backdoor on your website, they penalize your website and move your page to the lower rankings. And if you don't fix it, they will put your name at the end of the list.
Right.
This destroys all your investment for the SEO of your business.
Right. All the SEO work that has been done can be lost because of inadequate security on your website.
Even if such thing happens, we will fix everything, report the site to the search engine that as soon as they find something, we will fix it, announce to the search engine that this website is checked, it is clean, and recheck it.
Right.
Usually it took about, for one of my clients it happened, and it took about 6 hours that the penalized went.
6 hours.
6 hours after we announce it to the Google.
Right. That's pretty fast. I would think. I would consider that pretty fast. So, everybody, keep your knowledge up to date. Thank you for watching. Dariosh, if there's anything else you'd like to add, I'd just like to encourage people to go at least read his website, look at the packages that are available, and that's located at skypechat.net/azgad.site.security. Right here. skypechat.net/azgad azgad.site site.security security, and the link is at the top of the description below the video, or in the details of the Google event, and below the description of the YouTube video that you may be watching. So thank you, everybody, and before we sign off, I want to thank Dariosh, and is there any last things you want to say?
Thank you, Julie, for this interview, and thank all those who participated and joined us. I hope I have provided them helpful information, and if they needed my help, I'm available for them.
That's fantastic. Just connect with me on Skype, and I can get you connected to Dariosh here on Skype. A lot of the audience are Skype users. So connect with us and visit skypechat.net/azgad.site.security to check it out. And feel free, whether you're watching this live or recorded, to continue the conversation under the video and in the event and under YouTube. And let's continue the conversation and keep informed about website security. I believe that if we don't have one now, we will soon have a Skype room for you to ask Dariosh here all of your security questions on all the different kinds of websites and platforms and the different kinds of vulnerabilities that are out there and all the solutions that are out there, so that he can keep you informed as things continue to change, because technology is always on the move.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dariosh, and thank you, Carolyn, for being in here as well.
Thank you, Julie.
You're welcome. See you on Skype, everyone. Bye for now.
Bye.